when we were going out on location with the camera, obviously we've got new HD cameras which have different techniques, and one of them is called a macro zoom, which looked good. You could zoom in a lot further, and although it looked good, it was good technique. We couldn't really find anywhere for it to be used.
It zoomed so far away that we couldn't really use it. You know, we had to zoom in and then zoom out at our own speed, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we could probably see from near enough a mile away. We could see from the end of our college to the houses right down the end of the street, which they wouldn't have been impressed with if they filmed it.
For the research part of it, we were able to find good websites which had information about demographics. The two we used in particular were Alexa and Quantcast. What they do is they have major websites, find out where they're viewed, normally by whom, and also which other websites they go to afterwards. So as part of our research and planning, the bands we looked at with their music video, we also looked at their record on Alexa and Quantcast to see what sort of demographic they met.
Yeah, and one of the kind of ironic things we found was that when looking, I think it was Scouting for Girls, after they went for Scouting for Girls, they went to U2, or it was the other round, it was one or two, which kind of helps us know that it was the same sort of genre, the same sort of music as such. To help us out with kind of getting the theme down to a T, we used Wordle. We put the lyrics of our song into a Wordle cloud, and obviously removing the words I and the. We found our theme, and it was obviously finding yourself, which we knew anyway, but we just wanted to...
It was just a visual representation.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure, and obviously it was something different.
I thought so, yeah. For the making, we decided to do a blog post about the making of our music video, and we decided a unique way of doing it would be using presentation on the website Prezi.
Yeah, which again is a different way of portraying. We didn't just want to put words and pictures down. It's just the same old boring stuff. So using Prezi, we've seen our lecturer do it, and she recommended it. And
they're very detailed, aren't they? You're able to move it around, so on move 90 degrees, 180, up and down. Very detailed, very colourful as well. So.
Yeah, it's very easy to use, and we found it worked well as a way of showing the audience or whoever would view our blog how we came about making our song. Obviously, writing the lyrics down, putting them into a sound recorder, changing it into an MP3 file, and then putting the music to the song. Use it for the digipack. We had to use Photoshop again. We've never really used Photoshop before, and after a bit of help from the technician, we again were able to do the split screen as we would like, and again we found it relatively easy to do.
Yeah, once you got the hang of it. We were also able to use the same font for the track list and the album cover as we were for the music video, which was good. We actually used a different colour because the red wouldn't have gone as well with the water or with the background, so we had to use black, but there's a good sense of continuity there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we originally found that font using LiveType to obviously create our effect with what was known as the smoke, and we were looking through and we thought it looked a bit like handwriting, like it did in the frame, but a bit bigger and obviously a bit too bold, I feel. But again, we could use that font on Photoshop, so we linked it well together that way.
The U2 one as well, I think, was in some sort of handwriting, wasn't it? So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've used LiveType, obviously, in creating titles of last year's project, so obviously this year we're more knowledgeable of what to do, but we still found different effects that were more for our words rather than obviously titles for a film, because we're doing a song this time, not a film.
And of course, for the editing of the video, we had to use Final Cut Pro, which has been a bit of an experience this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, the rendering and some of the stuff. It's obviously been a tight process, but you've got to you look at every minor detail, every millisecond of footage, and make sure it all looks fine, it looks alright, and when it doesn't go well, it can get a bit frustrating, or when it's extra slow because either IT technicians are mucking about with the system, or whether it's just on a go circuit, it's not on a computer. It's frustrating, but again, we slogged it out, we got there.
There was one time early on in the editing process where we were just going to do something quite important, I think, and this rainbow coloured circle came up on there. We've called it the beach ball, haven't we? And that's when the whole Apple system just freezes up. We nearly lost everything there, didn't we? And that was a bit of a
we lost
all
the footage from Final Cut Pro, but luckily
we found it in a tiny...
there was in recovered files which hadn't been deleted, which was lucky because we were close to a breakdown, and in fact we were going to be like, we have to film this all again, we haven't got the time, what we're going to do. So we were relieved, to say the least, about refinding the footage.
And although it's not new technologies as such, it's still an evolution of an old technology. A lot of the research, well, a lot of the content we found on research and planning was based through digital television. A lot of the music videos you saw would have been on music video channels. The TV extract I found from Frasier was on a satellite channel on Comedy Central, and the Bedlam advert we found, which was linked, one shot we used to another, was also on a satellite channel, which was on Living. So we thought that although the technology is quite common and old by comparison to a lot of what we used, that technology is still important and still relevant.
Yeah, and obviously due to things like YouTube, every day people can just upload bits of music videos or whole music videos or TV extracts, which enables us to use and then upload to the blog. So
it was good because we could see it in one place, so I would find these extracts or adverts on TV, say it to Paul, and we would look on YouTube to try and find it. Either try and get the video or try and get screenshots of it. So.
Yeah, because otherwise we'd have to sit in front of the telly and film the whole programme, hoping the advert would turn up, which
trying to record it and trying to edit it would have been really annoying.
And obviously we find if you film things like television, it has a seems to flicker a bit, which would have lessened the link. So yeah, so it's good to have stuff like that. Also, back to Final Cut, we used desaturation tool, which makes it go black and white. If we were going to use a green screen, we could have used a colour corrector, which we tried for the green screen, obviously it didn't work. The colour corrector did, but the effect didn't.
We originally tried sepia, didn't we, which was like a brown and white, but once we saw the desaturation on the black and white one, we thought that would be better, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, sepia makes it look more kind of old-fashioned, or maybe sort of lazy, like Western sort of thing, and we weren't trying to create that effect. So the black and white helped us, and obviously Friday Hill and people like that have used black and white, so it was good that we found it.
So that's our evaluation of the music video that we've done with Alter Ego.
Yeah, thanks for listening.